Welcome to the cell cycle and cell division. Now in the cell cycle and cell division, we are going to continue the significance of mitosis. After studying the part of the mitosis, we should know what is the significance, what is the use of mitosis. When we come to know regarding the process of mitosis that occurs in our body, what is the purpose of mitosis? Now mitosis should occur because the cell number should increase, and mitosis should occur because the growth has to take place in our body, and mitosis should occur because the number of chromosomes are same in each daughter cells. Generally mitosis occurs in diploid cells, but it also occurs in haploid cells like that of the social insects in honeybees. So especially in the honeybees, the male honeybees which are called as drones, they are haploid, where they produce the gametes by the process of mitosis. Then in the plants also there might be certain haploid spores by which the mitosis occurs. Especially in the alternation of generation, the haploid cells will multiply by the process of mitosis. Then apart from these, the mitosis also takes place in case of a certain haploid sporangia. Then this is the introductory part. Then mitosis should occur for the cell repair mechanism, where there will be wear and tear like that of the gut cells, epithelial gut cells, where if the cells are lost, the cells has to be replaced. So cell repair mechanism is by mitosis. If the skin ruptures, the skin repair mechanism is by mitosis. Even the blood cell has to be replaced, it is by the process of mitosis. So apart from this, the mitosis also occurs in the meristematic tissue of the plant, especially the tip of the plant, where we call it as the apical meristem. It helps in continuous growth of the plant. On the sides there is a meristem called as a lateral meristem, or we also call it as lateral cambium. This cambium helps in multiplication of the cells, by which the number of the cells will increase and the stem size also increases. That means the apical meristem and the lateral meristem, also called as lateral cambium, in which the mitosis process occurs, and because of these meristems there is a continuous growth in the plants. So this is the significance of mitosis. So we have a title called as a significance of mitosis. Okay, so let us club the characters, all the characters together, and we'll have a look over it. So why should mitosis occur? So mitosis generally occurs in diploid cells. Diploid cells meaning the cells which have 2n number of chromosomes, that is the diploid cells. Then apart from this, the mitosis apart from the diploid cells, mitosis also occurs in haploid cells of some social insects like that of the drones, and in plants. So it also occurs in the haploid cells of some social insects like that of the drones. Drones are male honeybees, workers are female honeybees, and queen is the only female, fertile female, which is present in the honeybee hive, on the jane goodu olagade iruvantavu. Okay, so these are the three main different types of honeybees which are present in the honeybee hive. ಜೇನು ಗೂಡು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೀನ್ ಇರ್ತದ, ರಾಣಿ ಜೇನು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟರೈಲ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದೆನ್ ಡ್ರೋನ್ಸ್, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೇಲ್ಸ್, ಫರ್ಟೈಲ್ ಮೇಲ್ಸ್, ಅವು ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ದೇ ರೀಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ or they produce sperm by the process of mitosis. Okay. Then mitosis helps in growth. So it helps in growth of the body. Either it is a plant or an animal. So mitosis mainly helps in growth of the organism. Then it helps in cell repair mechanism. The cell repair mechanism like that of the gut cells ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಅನ್ನನಾಳ ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಎಪಿಥೆಲಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ರಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ವು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ತಿರ್ಗ ರೀಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ರೀಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸೆಲ್ ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ repaired. Okay, so that's why it happens. Then apart from that, mitotic division in apical meristem. So mitosis occurs in the plants, especially we call that part as a apical meristem. And apart from this, okay, so apical meristem, or in other words, mitotic division occurs in the meristematic tissues like that of the apical meristem and lateral meristem. ಆ ರೀತಿನೂ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So mitotic division in, let us call, first take the general term in meristematic tissue. This is present in the plants. So mitotic division in the meristematic tissues, or we also call them as meristematic cells, the apical and the lateral cambium. The apical and the lateral cambium helps in continuous growth. In plants. Okay, so these are most important. Apical means we call it as the tip part of the plant. Apical and karitive. Lateral on the sides ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. This is the lateral cambium. Apical tip ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. These meristematic tissues are the dividing cells. When they divide, the tip goes on growing continuously. When the lateral cambium cells divide, then the thickness of the stem, ಅಂದರೆ ಗಿಡ ಬೆಳೆದಂಗ ಅದರ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಸೈಜು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗ್ತದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಗರ್ತ್, ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಗರ್ತ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಟರ್ಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Girth is a increase in the diameter of the stem. That means when the lateral cambium starts to divide by the process of mitosis, the increase in the girth of the stem take place. Okay, so this is regarding the part of the two different types of cambium. Tip nagiruvantavu apical meristem anta kariತೀವಿ. Side giruvantada, this is a lateral meristem, which is mainly cambium. Cambium is the cell which is actively dividing. That means it undergoes the process of mitosis. ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲ್ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಸೈಡ್ಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟಿಪ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಯಸ್, ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ indeterminate growth, where you are going to study it in plant growth and development. Okay, so around chapter number 15 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ these are the characters where we call it as the significance. So the significance of the mitosis. Now apart from this, if we look at some additional information, so mitosis was discovered by the person called as Walter Fleming. Let us go to the additional part. Mitosis is a term is a term. For the first time it was discovered by Walther Fleming in the year 1882. Okay, so he is the first person who has coined the term and discovered the process of mitosis, right? So this is regarding the part of the mitosis. So here we will end up the part of the mitosis, and let's enter into the next part. The next part is meiosis. Okay, the significance of the mitosis can be asked for a short note type question, where we also call it as it is for a 3 mark level question. Okay, so all the significance. Okay, then regarding the part of the mitosis, who coined the term mitosis or who discovered mitosis, that will be for only NEET part. Okay, so this is regarding only for the NEET part, it will not be asked in the theoretical part. Now with this, let's move on to the next part. Next part is meiosis. So today let's look at the introductory part of the meiosis. Then its first part is having little bit detailed account. Later on, the next part of the meiosis is very simple as mitosis. So meiosis, it is the reductional division in which the number of chromosomes are reduced to half in each daughter cells. So meiosis is the cell division where the number of chromosomes are reduced to half, exactly half of the parental cell. So that's why when it is reduced to half, then what it will become? So suppose if we have the parental cell as 2n, if the parental cell is 2n, then after reducing it, the total number of chromosomes gets reduced to n. That's why it is called as a reductional division. Meiosis is called as reductional division because the total number of chromosomes which are present in the parental cell gets reduced to half in daughter cells. You have to daughter cells, chromosome number half agtada. Okay. So that's why this is the simple method of understanding. Mitosis occurs in the somatic cells, nam body cells ogade agtada, but meiosis occurs in the sex cells where we call them as gamete cells. Okay, and gamete cells, they will produce the male gamete sperm and the female gamete ovum. Okay, so let's look at its other introductory part. So meiosis was discovered by a person called as Edward Strasberg. It was discovered by meiosis was discovered by a person called as Edward Strasberg. In the year 1888. So meiosis was discovered by Edward Strasberg in the year 1888, and the term meiosis was coined by Farmer and Moray Farmer and More in the year 1905. Okay, so this is regarding its introductory part. So meiosis was discovered by Strasburger in the year 1888, and the term meiosis was coined by Farmer as well as More in the year 1905. So this is regarding the previous history of meiosis, and these two are only for the objective. It's only for the need part, these two. Definition will be for both objective as well as the descriptive type. Okay, then regarding the part of the meiosis, mitosis is of only one type, but meiosis are of two types. In the mitosis, every mitosis includes the interphase. If suppose if the cell has to divide into two cells, then ultimately the cell has to enter into the what? The cell has to enter into the interphase. Interphase ಆದ ನಂತರನ ಮೈಟೋಸಿಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದ. Okay, but in the meiosis there is a division of the cell two times. That's why in the meiosis there are two types of meiosis, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Mitosis is of only one type. Mitosis ಒಂದು ಮೈಟೋಸಿಸ್ದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇರ್ತದ, ಮಿಯೋಸಿಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆನೂ ಒಂದೇ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇರ್ತದ, ಬಟ್ ಎರಡು ಟೈಪ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವು, ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. The diagram which I have shown you, this process is called as a meiosis 1, and the second process, that means first division is reductional. After that these cells will give rise to two more cells, two haploid cells, where we call them as a equational division. This process is meiosis 2. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು meiosis 2 ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. That's why meiosis 1 in particular, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಜನರಲ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಬೇರೆ, ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲಾರಿಟಿ ಬೇರೆ. Meiosis 1 is reductional, meiosis 2 is equational. Understood? That's why what we say is meiosis 2 is exactly similar to that of mitosis. Mitosis ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅದು meiosis 2 ದಾಗ ಆಗ್ತದ. ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ರಿಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಹಾಫ್. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2n ಅದ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ n ಅದ, ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಹಾಫ್ n ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ ಎನ್ನೇ ಉಳಿತು, ಹಾಫ್ ಎನ್ನೇ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ದ ಬ್ರೀಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ರೀಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎನ್ ಉಳಿತದ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮಿನರಿ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇರಲಿ. ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮಿನರಿ ಐಡಿಯಾ we are going to the detailed account of the meiosis. Okay, and remember at the end of meiosis how many cells are formed? 4 cells are formed, and almost all the 4 are gametes. You gametes na agiratav. So these are the gametes. If it is in the males, male gamete will be the sperm. If it is in the females, the female gamete will be the ovum or egg ant kariತೀವಿ, right? And if it is the plant, from the microspore mother cell, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು microspore mother cell, these are microspores. ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಪೋಲನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ತಯಾರು ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. And in the female this will become megaspore mother cell, and this will become the megaspore. Megaspore is nothing but it is the haploid structure where it enters into the process of fertilization. Now regarding that process you are going to study it in the second PUC chapter number 2 and 3. Okay, so sexual reproduction in flowering plants and human reproduction chapter 2 and 3 ಒಳಗಡೆ detail account ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತೀರಿ, but other basics ಇಲ್ಲದ ನೆನಪಿರಲಿ. Okay, the basics of the second PUC is present in this chapter, meiosis. Okay, then let's go to the part. So meiosis has how many types? There are two types, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So meiosis is of two types, namely meiosis 1 and the second one is meiosis 2. So we have meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Meiosis 1 ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ this is having 4 stages. ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ ನಾಲ್ಕು ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಅದಾವೆ. ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೇಸ್ 1, second one is metaphase 1, third one is anaphase 1, and the fourth one is telophase 1. Similarly, in the meiosis 2, we have the first phase, prophase 2, second one metaphase 2, third one anaphase 2, and fourth one telophase 2. That means it includes the same phases as that of the mitosis. ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಫೇಸ್ ಏನದಾವು, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಅದ. ಮಿಯೋಸಿಸ್ 1 ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮುಂದೆ 1 ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀವಿ, ಮಿಯೋಸಿಸ್ 2 ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮುಂದೆ 2 ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಮಿಯೋಸಿಸ್ 2 ಆಕರ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಮಿಯೋಸಿಸ್ 1, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಇದು ಮುಂದಿನ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ವಿದೌಟ್ ಮಿಯೋಸಿಸ್ 1, ಮಿಯೋಸಿಸ್ 2 ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್, ರೈಟ್. So meiosis 1 is having all the 4 phases where we are going to represent it in the form of a Roman letter 1. Meiosis 2, all the 4 phases are with Roman letter 2. Now today we are going to look at the stages of the meiosis 1, especially the prophase. ಅದರ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಏನಂತ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ನೋಡೋಣ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಡಿಟೇಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, its explanation is a little bit more, and that is the most important part of the meiosis, okay, where it has a mainly 5 sub stages. Okay, so we have a title called as meiosis 1. In the meiosis 1 we have the first stage called as prophase 1. This prophase is having sub stages, mainly 5 sub stages. Out of that, the first one is leptotene, second one is zygotine, third one is pactine, fourth one diplotene, and fifth one dikinesis. So meiosis 1 has a prophase 1. Prophase is nothing but it is a stage which occurs after the interphase. That's why in the interphase the duration for the interphase is little bit more, where the time taken is around 95%. Rest of the 5% will be the M phase. Okay, where already we have studied in the part of mitosis. Now in the meiosis, prophase 1 is the stage where the decondensed form of the chromatin thread gets shortened or condensed to form into chromosome. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಆಗುವಂಥ process. ಈ process ಆಗೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ in the prophase 1 it is having a 5 sub stages. Okay, so meiosis 1 is having the first stage called as prophase 1, which consists of 5 sub stages, out of which first one is a leptotene, zygotine, pactine, diplotene, dikinesis. And these 5 steps are most important because they will be asked for a 5-mark level question, and where we are going to discuss its detailed account. Okay, ಏನೇನು ಆಗ್ತದ ಈ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅದ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್. ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಮುಗಿತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಶಾರ್ಟ್, ರೈಟ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಆಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಆಕರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್, ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ರೀಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ by which there is a shuffling up of the genes. When genes get shuffled, then ultimately the characters also differ in the siblings or progeny. Siblings ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಣ್ಣ ತಮ್ಮ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಕ್ಕ ತಂಗಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, though they are born to the same parents, why their character is not 100% same. So in your home, if two brothers are there and if two sisters are there, though your parents are same, why your character will differ? ಯಾಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದ? ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಜೀನ್ಸ್. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಈ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ ಈ ಫೇಸಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ರೀಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಜೀನ್ ರೀಶಫ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ there is change in the characters also, and sometimes there is a change in the morphology also. So that interesting part will continue in the upcoming session. So still then, stay tuned. Thank you.